Well, I'll continue my story about my life after my mom died because I don't know, I guess I'm in the mood to continue and share because I think so many of you are going through things like this that seem so life changing and so difficult, and you just don't know how to how to cope, what to do, what the next step in your life should be. And so I moved after Detroit. I moved to Boulder, Colorado, and I landed there in the middle of the night with my little dog Barney, and started a new life. And it was really very powerful. I had so many beautiful synchronicities and people that helped me, and things that I did that made good choices that I made, and started a life there. So one day I read that Elisabeth Kubler Ross was coming to Denver and for a talk, and I had read her book on death and dying. She was a pioneer when it came to death and dying, and was an amazing woman, written several books. She was a doctor, and she was really trying to change the conversation about death and dying. And like so many people are doing here on TikTok, there's Penny, I think, and Julie. There's some really cool hospice nurses that are just continuing that conversation. But Elisabeth was kind of the first. She was a pioneer. But anyway, I met with her in Denver. I sent her a message. I don't know how I got it to her. It was no email, but I got a message, and she said, let's meet. And so I wanted to thank her because her book helped me with my mom's death. And I got to the hotel, and we sat there for like hours just chatting. She's one of triplets, chain smoker, crazy woman. I mean, just wild woman, but beautiful woman. Her heart of gold, and just such intention. She had the ability. The one thing about Elisabeth I remember so clearly, she had the ability when she was in a room of people, because I went on to work with her to help her set up her life, death, and transition workshops, and it was a beautiful story unfolded there. But she had the ability in a room of people to look at you and talk to you like you were the only person in the universe. There could have been noise going on around you, people interrupting, calling out your name, whatever. She just stayed focused with you. She had this incredible ability, and I just loved her for that. She just she made people feel so special, and she would sit by people's bedsides as they were dying, and just hug them and love them. She wasn't perfect, but she got into so much difficulty because of her beliefs. People thought that she was just doing this weird thing of normalizing death, and I think her house was burned down, and she had all kinds of really horrible things happen to her because of her attempts to normalize the dying process and talk. Anyway, she was another person who totally influenced my life in ways it was immeasurable. A couple of years I worked with her. My life was just never the same, and I want to thank her wherever she is in this beautiful world. She died many years ago, but hope that she found happiness in her life. She was special to me, and if you know her books, you will agree with me. Elisabeth Kubler.